Big game coverage live from Los Angeles. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Cheer Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. This is The Blitz with Joe Reinagle and Jason Minix. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103.3 FM.
It is The Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 103.3 FM. Our AA Best Bail Bonds big game coverage in Los Angeles continues. Brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor, Nearside App, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. Darren Rovell joining us now with the Action Network Sports Business. You might have remembered him all the days at ESPN, everything. I mean, yeah. Exactly. Let's see. Let's see if your mic says.
Hey,
there you are.
Hey,
absolutely.
Yeah, 13 years with ESPN, 6 years with CNBC, and been with the Action Network for 3.
So much to talk about with you, and so we're going to go all over the place. But let's start with the game. Seems like everybody is talking about Cincinnati and 4.5, and that's making me nervous.
I don't think there's any great value with this game. I mean, when you think about the Super Bowl, you're thinking about, where's the money? And it's 50-50 on the money at 4.5. And, bookmakers make bets themselves, right? If you look at any game during the week, sometimes it's 80% of the money on one side and 20% on the other. They don't have to balance it out. But during the Super Bowl, bookmakers like to balance it out a little bit more because there's so much money on the line. And so when it comes to Wednesday or Thursday of a week and a half of having these lines out, it's pretty much refined. It's not going to go through any key number of 3 or 7. Mm-hmm. And so I think there's going to be more people motivated to take the Rams money line or the Bengals money line.
Well, it's interesting because I don't know what the line started. I think it started at 4.5.
It started at 3.5, moved to 4.5.
So that means more money's on the Rams.
Potentially, sometimes it doesn't exactly work that way.
Okay,
yeah,
interesting. Yeah. Well, the money line, because we've had some other people that we've talked to, and like Jason said, a lot of people seem to like the Bengals to win the game outright.
I think I think it's a hard game to call. I shouldn't do this because, in general, the Super Bowl to me just doesn't have a lot of value. If you look at the total, 48.5, I mean, the average game is like 46. I really don't know if this is going to be 13-3.
Yeah.
Or there'll be 2 mistakes that will lead to 2 quick scores. That's why I'm going to bet this game live. So I will bet it live. See how it feels. What are you doing,
Darren? I hate it. We live in Texas. We can't do that on our phone.
Yeah, I live in New Jersey with a choice of 31 apps. So,
so the party's at your house.
I mean,
we're all coming over.
Although I'll be in Vegas but I'll bet live, and I'll be in Vegas for the game. But yeah, I can't tell you what it's like. I mean, probably 80% of my bets are live. And I am it is like a quant machine in my house. I go with the unders more than the overs because people say life is too short to bet the unders. If you want to win, do you want to win or do you want, life is short. I think life's shorter when you lose money. I think life is much shorter when you lose money. So, there's some sort of inherent value on unders because the algorithm, accounts for people liking the overs. But yeah, I don't see anything right now. So
as connected as you are in the gambling industry, so many states now have legalized
19 mobile. Yeah.
Texas isn't one of those yet, and different people that you talk to, so many states like Nevada, Louisiana, Oklahoma spend a lot of money with lobbyists in Texas to make.
And what's your deal with convening every other year?
Yeah,
what is that?
It's the hell out of me.
You're an elected official. You're not working for a year. Like what? I don't understand that.
Apparently, they're out shaking hands and kissing babies and not allowing us to get casinos or gambling. But on the inside of the world, what is the push like from the casinos to get it legal in Texas?
Well, obviously Texas is Texas and California is California. And, I just pray that when they get it done in the right way. Because, New Jersey, where it's a free-for-all and anyone can get in, that's what led to $11 billion in sports bets in 2021. If you do things like Tennessee, where you say to the sports books that if they're licensed in the state, they must gross 10, like they have to have a 10% profit. So what they do is then your lines are screwed up because they have to. They're required to have a 10% profit because they've calculated how much money we'll make for the state if you have a 10% profit. So good luck getting like even minus 110. You're just not going to get. That's crazy to me.
Interesting.
Wow. I didn't know
so
that.
We might get it, but it might suck.
In Tennessee, if you're betting legally that you don't have the best lines because of that, which is insane.
So I guess in Texas, we just have to still rely on our local bookie.
Yep, that's just how it is.
And those lines are usually pretty good, and they pay off, and they expect to be paid. So it's okay.
Not that we would know anything.
Right. No, I mean, entertainment purposes only, of course, right? Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about ticket sales and stuff for this ball game, because you look at it and just news reports, it's like outrageous. Like a regular guy like myself couldn't go and get a couple of tickets. I mean, it cost me $10,000-$15,000.
So originally it started out, and I think people were buying and there was less volume, but the average was like $8,500 a ticket. The face value is about $3,500 for a lower end zone level, which is interesting because for Tom Brady's first Super Bowl in 2002, the face value was $400.
Wow.
So the NFL has clearly moved up and up and up with the rise of the secondary market. But the get-in price from January 31st to today has gone from $5,500 to under $4,000 today. So the question is going to be, will people in LA say, hey, whether it's Rams or not, Super Bowl's here, maybe we should go. And at what level is that? Because Ohio, only 11% of the tickets that StubHub sold is in Ohio. A little bit surprising to me. I thought that number would be higher.
Well, but again, I think ticket prices are a little scary. And I mean, you talk about just an ITB ticket in the building. I mean, crap seat, you're near the roof. They're so expensive.
And then what's your experience really like? Are you less of a fan if you're in the building or not? And I feel like more and more people are okay watching it at home and saying, you know what? If the Bengals won for the first time in my lifetime, I didn't need to be there.
What I
and maybe I could buy the TV. Now you could buy 60. You could buy a 60-incher for $600, 4K TV. And
it's there, but there's seemingly so many available right now. Eventually, as we get closer, those ticket prices are going to come down.
It seems that way. It seems like that's where it's trending.
I've got a local ticket broker in San Antonio, Awesome Tickets. John, who owns it, was telling me a story. He's got a customer, goes to the Super Bowl every year, and without a ticket, he will be at the stadium. And either right close to kickoff, you might miss the anthem. When those ticket prices crash, he buys his ticket.
But sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't. I was there in 2002 when, because of it was the first game after 9/11, the whole stadium was encased in a fence, so it would take an hour to get in. Those $400 tickets were $100.
Wow!
Because. Oh, and Mardi Gras was there too, so you couldn't get a hotel room within 40 miles. So that was the perfect storm if there was a Super Bowl to go to, it was Tom Brady's first Super Bowl.
Well, now that would have been cool to be there for Tom Brady.
If we only knew when.
If we only knew, right? If we only knew.
No one knew.
Now, you also deal in memorabilia, and you showed me a really nice piece of memorabilia, Tiger Woods American Express card. Have you tried to use that thing?
I have not tried to use that. But I think that memorabilia, NFTs, crypto, it's all part of us all getting hopped up because we don't have enough normal human interaction, right? And we need to. People are. I'll tell you, when we have normal human interaction, people won't be bragging about the fake land they bought on the metaverse. The fake stuff. The fake stuff is not as good when you actually get back to real life. But no, it's like sports gambling is the tamest of these things. Someone says, "Oh yeah, I bought a monkey, no, a gorilla." So there's these gorillas that shed off 10 bananas a day. So you buy the gorilla. You don't have to sell the gorilla, but each day you own it, it generates 10 more bananas, and each banana is worth $42. And listen, I'll tell you the truth. I bought $93,000 in digital horses, and my wife thought I was cheating on her because she's like, "You're using the iPods for the first time. You're whispering around the house about some stable." She's like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you?" And I'm like, I bought digital horses, and they race it digitally. You can breed them digitally, and you can win real money, and you can sell them.
Really?
Hold on, I can't tell if you're BSing me or not, because the good news is
run. It's real.
You don't have to feed them.
So
clean the stall.
Well, you have to fake feed them. But I had them for 41 days. I got in early. I sold out. I made, I think, like $100,000 profit.
Wow.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. And
off a fake horse?
No, I had a stable of 12 of them.
Okay.
That's what 93,000. So I made about $100,000 profit. The wife was relieved. I was relieved because, like, literally, I was like, again, going around the house like a madman and talking about all these digital horses, and it felt like I was hallucinating in some way. and so there's a little thing where you can punch in what the value of everything is. Like, about a month ago, I punched in like what my stable would have been worth. It would have been worth $7.4 million if I held on to it, at least right now. So I told the wife that. I was like,
"Who's buying that?"
There's people buying. I mean, someone's going to be holding the bag, and at least it wasn't me. But, that's everything with crypto and NFTs. I mean, again, we're buying digital monkeys. We're buying digital for $200,000-$300,000.
That's incredible. So where do you go to buy digital horses?
You go on a computer, you get a MetaMask wallet. I mean, but here's the thing. Okay, the people who are in crypto are like, it's so simple. All you have to do is get a MetaMask wallet. Then you copy and paste your wallet. Then you put money into Coinbase. It takes 6 days to get the money through. And you're like, oh, it's so simple. Yeah, that's really simple to me. It doesn't sound simple.
Seems safe.
Yeah, seems safe,
and
right?
If I had $100,000 to buy a fake horse and my wife would shoot me with a real gun.
Yes.
Right, with a real gun, not a fake gun.
Yeah.
So is crypto the way to go? What do you think? What is your thought process?
Again, I was deep into crypto and Bitcoin and all this for 41 days. I looked at it all. It didn't make any sense to me. Yeah. And you know what? Don't have FOMO for what other people. Just be in your own world. Don't follow people. I've made my career not following people. That's not what I've done throughout my life. I'm not going to follow people. I like to be unique. I like to be in my own lane. Sometimes that has a cost to it, and that, like, you're in your own lane, and it's much easier to be with a bunch of people. Mm-hmm. Right. With Memorabilia, I buy some one-on-one stuff. I bought Hugh Hefner's Viagra pill bottle for $8,000.
It's only going up.
Yeah, there you go. So you just listen. I just don't think you can't follow. You can't follow people. Do your own research. Figure it out.
Darren Rovell from the Action Network. Always fun catching up with you on Radio Row. Love your hat. Says Super Burrow.
Burl.
Yeah. And you've got, what's the other one say?
Stanley's Cup.
Stanley's Cup, and it's spelled like Cooper Cup.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
The Cooper Bowl might have been good.
Cooper Bowl would have been
Stanley's Cup, I kind of like the championship trophy crossover.
I like that. As a hockey guy, I like that.
I'm a hockey guy too.
Darren,
unfortunately, I'm a Devils fan.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
You are? I am.
I'm a season ticket holder. I have a suite every game. So the pain is multiplied by.
Well, but now we're good friends. I will tell you the most random story when we get off. When I interned with the Devils in '92.
Okay.
Chris Terreri was hurt.
Chris Terreri, yeah.
And I had to go pick up the kid from Albany at the bus station. A guy named Martin Brodeur.
Oh my God.
Who hated living in the hotel. So he crashed with me and my Navy buddies for a couple of days. Absolutely.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean,
He only became the greatest goaltender ever.
Exactly.
I suddenly feel lost in this conversation. I'm lost.
Because you're so not hockey.
And we'd go over to Kenny Danico's place over there. What city was that? Because we were I was in Earl, New Jersey.
Okay.
Is where we were stationed, which is over by Keansburg in Red Bank in that area.
Yeah, I know Red Bank.
And Scott Stevens back in the day, and all those guys.
Those are the guys in their very beginning.
Absolutely, it was a fun run because. We lost to the Rangers in '94 in the Eastern Conference Finals before finally winning it in '95. Yeah, that was good times. Thanks,
nice.
Darren.
You got it.
Yeah. People are like, "The hell are they talking about?"
A Devils fan in San Antonio.
Exactly. How random. Darren, always great catching up with you, man. Our producer's yelling at me. We're way late for the break. Darren Rovell from the Action Network live here on Radio Row in Los Angeles.